Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Charles here with Rocket Punch Army. We're going to do a review of the KP-08 Hand Set. And you're probably wondering why I'm awkwardly holding my hands in front of the camera here. As you'll see this movement here. Alright, and the reason I'm doing that is because imagine if you had to live with hands that only do this. Alright, it would be pretty boring. There's not much you can do. You can't really express yourself like, hey, stop. You can't really do much, right? So why would you want your robots to have those same type of hands? Wouldn't it be nice if they can actually do this? Now granted, the robot we have in question here does have an index finger separate from there, but still pretty much for nothing, honestly. So KFC has done an awesome thing, which is to provide us with articulated hands. So this is coming to us from BBTS here, which is why it has this little yellow sticker. BBTS was nice enough to put it in a little package here, and if we read this, it says, keep away from small children. The thin film may cling to nose and mouth and prevent breathing. I think that's nearly impossible to really choke on this, but you may want to keep it away from kids. As a matter of fact, let me test it out. Sorry about that, guys. I passed out there from lack of oxygen, but let's continue. So we got the little hands here from KFC. Check them out. They don't have packaging. I'm not sure if this is the full production thing that they're going to have packaging like the other MP-10 hands, but this is how mine came. And they were even nice enough to include a little tiny screwdriver so you can go ahead and do the disassembly and everything. And these are good to have if you need to take any robots apart, because they usually use very small screws. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. So the process is simple. We need to take the hand off of here. This hand does not have screws to take it off. You literally just have to pop it off. Just to make it a little easier, what you do is just separate this, just get it out of the way as much as you can. I found that it's easier to take the hand off by prying it down this way. It pops off rather easily. And then you would think this would just pop on. It's a little difficult to do. I'm not going to force it on. You can probably get it on, but I think it would be better just to take this apart to get this piece here, which is separate, onto the arm there. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking this apart. If you choose to just pop it on, it's up to you. But if you mess it up, then don't come crying to me. Once you have the 3 screws out, try and just hold on to the fingers, kind of bring them down so they're in their sockets there. Take off this top here. Alright, and you'll see it's got this little round piece which you want to take out, alright, which is this piece, and then lay everything else down. Be careful not to lose any of the fingers, and then just pop this part in here. Alright, and that goes in rather easily. Then take this piece here. You'll see a little tab. I put mine on upside down, but I can get it to twist around this way, like that, and then bring the rest of the hand and pop it on, like so. Then sort of get back here and put these screws on right there. When you put the screws in, you want to stop when it starts giving you resistance. Otherwise, if you go too far, since these are really tiny screws, you may risk stripping out the screw, which is not the end of the world, but you will lose some of the tightness on the fingers. You may find that you need to tighten it just a tad more just to get these to where you want, but again, be very careful. So now we have one done. I gotta say, the ball joint here, the little cup for the ball joint, does sit rather tight in it, which is fine. You don't have to worry about the wrist going limp when holding a weapon. Once you're done, just attach these bits again and do the same for the other side. I hope you guys do go the route of taking the screws off, because one thing I wanted to show you guys before I installed that, and I forgot, was to show you this little ball cup here. This needs to stretch out a bit to allow the ball to go in, and you'll see the rest of the hand will not allow that. So it's always a good idea to follow what I'm telling you guys, because that's the proper way. Don't get lazy, just take the screws off and attach it. Now in this one, you'll see I put the tab up, so it just makes it a little easier to attach the hands. Alright, once you got that set, put these back, and we obviously want to see if it holds the weapon right. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I don't know yet. Let's go ahead and actually spin this to get that out of the way. And let's see if it tabs in nicely. And as you can see, it does tab in without the fingers being around it. So if that's a concern of yours, you can see it does hold the weapon well. Alright, so as far as articulation, it's pretty obvious what's articulated from what you've already seen, but you can pretty much put it anywhere you need. See how each knuckle just bends? And if you're familiar with all the other KFC hands, it's pretty much the same thing, just a little bit bigger scale here. So you get the fully articulated thumb, individual fingers and little knuckles, and also the ability to move back and forth. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this little quick how-to. If you're digging these hands, you can obviously put them in any position you want, including this one here, which I've had to censor for obvious reasons. And if articulated hands are your thing, you can click the link in the description below to get your own pair. And if you're enjoying the videos, guys, you can subscribe and like below. And the comments are also welcome. Any questions, anything like that, you can leave them below. Until next time, bye-bye.